Hey folks, Troy Anderson here from Kettlebell Fat Loss Training and AndersonTrainingSystems.com. What I wanted to share with you today are my top 6 starter exercise for athletes of all sports, but primarily for those that are in contact sports. And that can cover all things from lacrosse to rugby to basketball to American football. So it could be all things in between. I've got them written up here. The reason I came up with these is I actually went and helped my cousin set up his high school summer camp strength and conditioning program up in Wyoming. So that's what that's where this kind of came from. We set these as the basis for the program for his. So the first exercise, kettlebells, and I'm assuming that you don't have a lot of these or might not have the budget to have a lot of these, is the double kettlebell front squat. I'm going to just delineate front squat with an F. Or goblet squat if you really are short on budget and can't buy very many kettlebells. Next is going to be a push press. This is a really valuable tool for kids that don't know how to press overhead or haven't spent a lot of, maybe they're boys and they spend a lot of time bench pressing, or they might be girls that are just a little bit on the weaker side. So push press, advancing into jerk, again, double or single. And I'll wrap these up at the end for you too. Next will be 2 hands, clean and press. Actually, it's clean, it's a complex. It's clean, press, squat. So this is just to get us kind of started into the sequencing. A lot of programs want to try to do Olympic lifts. Most of the time they're done very poorly by kids. This is the really base movement that I use to teach that vertical pulling motion. And also we put a little bit of upper body strength working on our squats. So we're working on a lot of things good. Number 4 is the get up. Now the get up is a little more technical than I would like to have here, but as far as a bang from a buck from a mobility and strength side, coordination, developing some athleticism to some degree because of the coordination component, I like the get up, Turkish get up, whatever you want to call it. Again, this is going to be the most, in these 6 exercises, these are starter exercises for athletes. These are going to be my most complex exercise of all of them. Number 5 is going to be the high pull. Now, you're not going to see a kettlebell swing in my top 6 because I think for athletes, the high pull, and this is 1 or 2-hand high pull, is much more important, especially if we're going to try to transition to barbell or you're going to have them clean or snatch the kettlebells eventually. The last one, I think this is a really good one from kind of an injury prevention. If you got, especially on your girls' side of sport, single leg RDL, gets working on, starts to bring into play, really learning how to fire the glutes from the backside, gets the hamstrings involved, comes from a single leg component, so you got that stability around the knee, working on that kind of stuff. Actually working on the core significantly in a unilateral sense as well. So we got double front squat, or if you don't have 2 kettlebells, you can't use 2 kettlebells at once for each athlete. Goblet squat, push press, advance to the jerk, again double or single. Clean press and squat, that's always the 2 hands. That's our base movement for vertical sequencing and some complex. The get up, just overall body movement, mobility, a little bit of coordination. High pull, 1 or 2 hands, again, working on that vertical pulling, but a chance to really work on being explosive there, where we have the sequencing here for the complex, for a little conditioning with the clean 2-hand, clean press and squat. And the last one is single leg RDL, just kind of working on that posterior chain from a little bit less, again, explosive or strength demanding thing, but working on stability, balance, things like that are very important for athletes. So those are my top 6 kettlebell movements implemented in. We just implemented them straight into this program. You can do it too with yours. Even if you're not an athlete, you can use these as well. They're real good base programs to help you get started using kettlebells. So hopefully you enjoyed this. Make sure to stick around, maybe subscribe to our videos, and we'll be providing a lot more content coming up. Thanks a lot.